He's on the rope. He's spinned off the rope. He's moving around now and he's getting a little bit of a rhythm. He finally got that second win. Can't be stopped.
Coming to a close, hands up, defense, side step, 1, 2, please don't overextend. It's the endurance test, the real fight begins. Take a walk to this corner, come get your second win.
Welcome to the Second Win Boxing Media. I'm your host, Rashid Hammond, and alongside,
it's your boy, Mr. Hit the like button and sub to the channel, Caesar Fantastic.
ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest in the building, man. Listen, this is Black History Month, so we had to do it right for DC, bring it in right because we have our own, the first ever African-American flyweight champion of the world, also super flyweight champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen. Hall of Fame inductee in the 2012 inductee in the International Boxing Hall of Fame, homegrown from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, he really don't need no introduction because the world in D.C. and the DMV area already know him and respect him. Ladies and gentlemen, we have no other than Mark Two Shop Johnson. How's it going, brother?
Hey, man, look, that was a great introduction, but you missed one, man. You know, the first African-American flyweight, super flyweight, and junior bantamweight champion of the world. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
And don't forget the youngest boxer to go in the International Boxing Hall of Fame.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes,
so when it comes to us in DC, man, we like breaking records, right? So I asked a person the other day, right? Do you remember when they had open scoring?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, guess what?
I remember you. They had to do it for your fight.
I was the first person that ever done open scoring
for your fight.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? So, so look, man, I'm the first that do a lot of things, man. That's what this camp do, man. But I want to say one thing, man. You know what I mean? I could get a shout out to my man, John Russell. You know what I mean? Do a lot of my PR. Give a shout out to my man, Kenny Westray with We Are One, Kurt Bone at All Days. You know, Ty the Madden Shop, man. These guys, man. Make sure I stay looking fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But anyway, man, when it comes to the boxing thing, man, you know, this is what I do, this is what I love, you know what I mean?
Hey, man, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you on here, man. We're going to start it off with C's. C's, he get more in-depth into your boxing career. So he's going to ask the questions and get into the boxing career. I'm going to get into that with the technical aspects of the sport. So I'm going to send it on over to my partner, C's.
Let's go,
man. Just want to start at the beginning, man. What got you into boxing, and when did you start boxing?
Well, you know, boxing. You know, my dad. My dad, the boxing team, Handmaid over Elliott. You know, my brother and everybody was boxing. So I mean, I couldn't get away from it. You know what I mean? So it's like your dad coaching basketball, and you might not be the right player, but guess what? He gonna make sure you be the right player. Mm-hmm. So you know, my dad made sure I came in the gym, and guess what? This what happened, man.
So, who were some of the fighters that you looked up to coming up, or who you patterned your style after?
Well, you want to talk about the DMV. You want to talk about the world class boxing. You want to talk about different things. I mean, where you want to go at? I mean, because if we come from the DMV, you know, everybody looked up to Sugar Ray Leonard. Everybody looked up to Simon Brown. You know, a lot of people looked up to Maurice Blocker, Floyd Favors, you know, of course, my brother, James Harris. I mean, you know, we had tons of guys that we looked up to in the amateur world with boxing. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the pros, you know, I looked at Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, Mildred Taylor, Pernell Whitaker, and my favorite was Walcott, Jersey Joe Walcott.
Jersey Joe, okay. Yeah, he's a bad boy. So, 105-5 record as an amateur.
Wow.
How was that journey, especially coming from a fight-rich town like DC?
Man, listen, man. Hey, listen. To get out, and Rashid know, man, to get out of DC to go to the next the regionals or the nationals, man, look, the best fights was in DC.
Real
Yeah.
talk.
So when I got to the regional nationals, I was like, look, I'm gonna blow all them out, man. Because if I beat everybody in DC, can't nobody else beat me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, I didn't really have that many people to fight because a lot of people kind of moved out my weight class. But I will say one person that had my number, man. I mean, he had my number, and we fought 2 times. He said 3, but we fought 2. Jermaine Fields, man, he had my number. I couldn't be Jermaine to save my life, but you know what? We became to be great friends. We was on the team, the Junior Olympics team, the Golden Gloves team, and man, we was running it up, man. But when it comes to boxing, man, this is what I do. This is what I love.
Yeah. So what led to your decision to turn pro?
Well, in '88, I was one of the youngest kids that go in the Olympic trials. I lost to Irk Griffin. I went to the semifinals. My brother was fighting Michael Carball, and I was fighting Irk Griffin. The winner of that will fight each other for the championship and see who go to the Olympics. So what happened was Irk Griffin beat me, but they wouldn't reinstate me because he tested positive for marijuana.
Okay.
So I was supposed to fight the winner of my brother and Michael Carball in 1988. Keep in mind, I was only 16 years old. I was the youngest fighter in the Olympic trials. I was the youngest fighter in the Olympic trials. So they told my father, I wish I would give you 2 times the politics of amateur boxing. So what they did was, my brother lost to Michael Carball, so they let Michael Carball go to the 88 Olympics.
It started the game early, huh?
Oh, man, come on, man. You know how this game go, man. Come on, man. Listen, we had all the best fighters in DC, but what happened was when they knew they couldn't control DC fighters, right? Yep. See, one thing about it is this: DC, we had all the best fighters. The East Coast had the best fighters, but the Olympics knew they couldn't control East Coast fighters or DC fighters. So if I can control you, guess what? I'm not gonna let you come to the Olympics. So I can control the West Coast fighters, California fighters, and things like that. So that's who came. That's who became more and more to go to the Olympic trial, like Paul Gonzalez, Oscar De La Hoya, all those guys like that.
Yeah. All right. Now, your first pro fight versus Ray Gonzalez. How was your feeling heading into that fight?
You know what's so crazy? I ran to the ring. When I got in the ring, right, I turned around to my father. I said, "Oh, we forgot the headgear."
I said, ain't no headgear, champ.
I said, "Oh, we forgot the headgear." They said, "Oh, ain't no more headgears in this, bro." Hey, look, and take your shirt off. I said, "My tank top?" They said, "Yeah, bro. This professional." Man, I don't know what I was thinking about, man. I just lunched out, man. I ain't know what was going on, man.
So, and after getting your first pro victory, how was that feeling?
Well, you know what? It was short lived. My first pro victory was short lived because Louis Heidi Curtis was fighting Davey McCauley for the IBF 112 pound title in Belfast, Ireland. So, I'm sparring with Heidi. So, okay, Mark, we got to fight for your Belfast, Ireland. I lost to a guy named Richie Winton, which is, which we talk all the time now. But Richie Winton ended up losing to Marco Antonio Barrera. But I beat him. But of course, you ain't gonna get no decision over there, no 4 round. So I was like, okay, do I really want to do this again? So what I did was I came back home, got on a couple of Madness shows. Madness shows had like shows every month. So I got on the Madness shows, built my record back up to 10-1, went to California, and never went past 6 rounds in my life. And beat the number 2 contender in a 12-round victory, and never went past 6 rounds. So I knew right then and there that guess what? I'm here. I'm here to stay.
You reeled off 27 straight victories.
Man, that's what the champ do, man.
In 6 years. Before you got your first title shot versus Francisco Teodoro.
Now listen, I beat the number 2 contender in 93. You see how long it took me to get a title shot?
Yeah, 6
3 years.
3 more years. 3 more years. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So their whole situation was, guess what? If we can get them out the way, we're gonna get them out the way. But guess what? They couldn't get me out the way. I remember coming back home talking to Rashid and all these guys at Sugar Ray Leonard gym.
Yeah, I
And
was
the
there.
first thing he asked me, he said, Mark, how was the rounds? I said, bro, that shit long, bro. I say 12 rounds was long. I said, but I was in shape. I said, but you can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had a lot of guys like him looking up to like, yeah, if Mark can do this. And I did it on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with me, my whole situation was, guess what? I know I can't do it on the East Coast. So guess what? I know that I got the skills and everything I want to do. I'm taking it on the West Coast. Eventually, guess what? The East Coast gonna be the West Coast. So that was my home, and I was beating them boys up, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now,
Mark,
that's-
I remember, I'm gonna say this one thing. See,
Go ahead.
I remember when you brought the building in Sugar
Yep.
Ray Leonard gym.
Yeah.
And Mark was talking to the homies with him. He was like, man, listen. He was like, man, I kept asking hand, what round we in? I said, damn, it's that serious, Mark. He said, yeah, man. He said, I didn't even know what round it was. I said, God dang, yo, it's like that, man, in the pros. He said, yeah, the championship real, man.
Man, it's real, man. It's real, man. We got a lot of great fighters here. We got a lot of great kids here. And my biggest thing was this. If I would have had the opportunity to be a Sugar Ray Leonard, a person like that, then, I wouldn't have went nowhere.
Yeah.
I would have Sugar Ray Leonard management and promotional company right here.
Yeah.
All them guys from DC, they'd be signed under my banner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let them kids get nowhere. But now you got Al Heyman, you got PVC, you got so many other different people. But if I was Ray Leonard, man, I'd come back to DC, bro, and I would sign everybody. Because guess what, man, we have the best boxers here, man.
Facts.
We do.
Still stat.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, now that title shot against Theodore, 95 seconds. Lasted 95 seconds. How was that feeling when you won, being the first African American flyweight champion?
It's kind of funny, man. Because I was at the job today, and we watched that fight today, and we watched the Arthur Johnson fight. And we was trying to figure out which one I knocked out the fastest, right? but with the Theodore thing, I knew I had 3 years to prepare. You know what I'm saying? I beat the number 2 contender in 93.
Mm-hmm.
So in 96, I seen Theodore when he fought Danny Romero. In 95, he fought Danny Romero to a tough fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, man, so I told my father, I said, look, I'm the number 1 contender. I'm supposed to fight Danny Romero.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Romero vacated the belt. He ain't want to fight. So here go Francisco Theodore. I told my father, I said, listen, this is going to be the easiest fight in the world. I said, the title fight going to be easy. We done went through the wars. And I knocked him out in 95 seconds. And guess what? The champ is here. You know what I mean? The king of the flyweights, man. Let them know, man. I'm the king of the flyweights, man. And listen, hey, Tough, my man John Russell, when they listen, hey, Tough, we getting that patent, the king of the flyweights, man.
That's right.
So all that Chocolito and all them people, man, I'm the champ here, man.
That's right.
All right. Now your second title came after 6 defenses of your flyweight title. What led to your decision to move up in weight?
Come on, man. Ain't too many 23, 24, 25-year-old African Americans gonna weigh 112 pounds no more, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I went up to 115, I knew that I went to 115 for one reason, to fight Johnny Tappy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So at 112, I was Danny Romero, number 1 contender. Top rank, made him give up the title. So at 115, I'm Johnny Tappy, number 1 contender. God rest his soul, man. Rest in peace. He's a great guy, man. We good guys. But he was 115-pound IBF champion. So I'm his number 1 contender. I'm like, okay, we finally gonna get it done.
Mm-hmm.
But he gave the belt up. So once again, it was good because guess what? I'm the first person in history to win a world title at the Verizon Center. That's me. You see what I'm saying? I'm the first that do a lot. So if a lot of people don't understand, man, I'm the first that do a lot. Now, that was the first show that they had open scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
At the 4 rounds, they give you the scorecards. At the 8th round, they give you the scorecard. Guess who was the first fighter? Me.
Yeah, I remember that, man. I remember that.
This is what I do, man. I'm the first that do everything, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all good, man. I'm just laid back, man. Just doing my thing, man. Just making sure, just dealing with the kids today, man. You know what I mean? I love what I do. I think we got some great kids that's coming up in DC, some great boxers. And, I think my main thing is that I would want to mentor a lot of those kids as far as the boxing. You know, if you go to football, you're a rookie. They got mentors. They come in here, they talk to you, they sit down with you. Boxing, they don't do that.
Yeah.
Boxing, I wish you can have some people that can go back and say, hey, listen, man, this what I did wrong. This what I don't want you to do wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's a mentorship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that if you have more managers, more trainers, or more promoters say, hey, listen, Mark, it don't have to be me.
Yeah.
It can be guys like James Toney. It can be guys like me. It can be guys like Antonio Tom. Let them talk to them kids. Let's manage these kids to make sure that they move forward the right way. If you don't move forward the right way, then guess what? If you fail to prepare, you prepared to fail.
Facts.
And that's a
right.
life, and that's a life decision, man. I just wish I would have had the opportunity to fight Michael Carball, Johnny Toppy, Danny Romero, Prince Ahmed, Junior Jones, all those guys.
Yeah.
That's $7 million paydays.
Yeah, facts. So why you think you couldn't get those fights?
Well, I this is what I tell people all the time. Boxing is like organized crime. So if you're not with the right family, let's just use this as an example. You might be with the Gaudis. I might be with the Johnsons. You might be with the Freddys, but the Gaudis is running boxing.
Yeah.
So if the Gaudis running boxing and they got all the champions, and I'm trying to fight the champion, and they know I'm gonna beat their champion, what they gonna do? They're not gonna fight me.
They're gonna keep you away from them.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what's going on with boxing now. That's why we can't get the right fights.
Exactly.
Same thing. Yeah.
Mark, we had Julian Jackson on here last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was stating the same thing you were saying, man. Literally, like he was trying to get the big fights, but because they on the other end with Bob Earn and all of them, he on Don King's side, that he couldn't get. He could get, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to get the $1 million fights, but the dudes wasn't trying to give him an opportunity on that side. He was trying to keep him think on that side of the street. So something got to be done about that, man. It's kind of destroying the sport, man.
It's killing the sport.
Well, let me say this to you. Terrence Crawford want to fight Earl Spence, right?
Right.
They not with the same promoter, right?
Right.
No. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
It ain't happening. That's what I've been saying. And that's what I've been saying. I've been over that fight. I'm like, ain't gonna
now let me say one thing to you. When Terrence Crawford contract was up, right? Why you ain't sign with Al Heyman if you really want that fight?
Exactly.
That's the fact.
Now if you really want that fight, I'm gonna sign with Al. So now you're in a round Robin Hood game. You in it. Now you gotta remember one thing. This is what I tell people all the time. Because we speak of knowledge about boxing.
Right.
We ain't talk about what we know or what we read. We talk about knowledge. This coming from the champ. This knowledge.
That's right.
Okay, so listen. When Earl Spence was trying to get in the round Robin Hood game, when it was Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Lamont Peterson, and maybe somebody else, he couldn't get in, right?
Right. That's facts.
He doing the same thing that Gerard Enos doing. Man, I'm trying to fight somebody. I need to fight somebody, right? Yeah. So they said, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. If you want to get a title, I'm sending you Carl Cease to fight Kell Brook. If you beat that, now you're in the round Robin Hood game. So once Earl Spence got in the round Robin Hood game, he cleaned it out. But I'm not going to give you the opportunity to mess my money up, even though I'm still with you.
Yeah.
So you look at you got to look at everything that's going around boxing. Like you look at Don King, the best ever done it.
Facts.
But if you put on Don King shows, he promoted both fighters.
Yeah.
His daughter managed one, and his son managed one. How can they lose? But guess what? All of them was with him. Now you go back to PBC, Showtime, and Al Heyman. What changed?
Nothing.
Because he's the advisor of what fighters?
All of his PBC fighters.
Both.
Facts.
See what I'm saying? He can't lose. So what's happening is it's going back to the same situation where we going back. If you're not with the right family, you ain't gonna get the right wins. You ain't gonna get the right money.
Facts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's why I tell people all the time: make sure you with the right people and with the right money. If you're not, you know what I'm saying, you could be the best fighter in the world, but you'll get swept under the rug.
Real talk.
Yeah.
And it's happening, especially being a DC fighter makes it even harder because you're from this town.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it makes it harder, but you know, we showing up now.
Yeah,
You know, we showing up to show people that guess what? We showing up and showing out.
that's real.
So now they can't do nothing but respect us.
That's real.
We ain't laying down.
Nah,
We coming in there and laying people down.
that's right.
So it's different now. So now you gotta respect us. You gotta want us.
That's real talk.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Back in the day, you might got a person, he good, but he lost. But now, man, these youngest, they coming to fight. It's a totally different ball game now.
Yeah, they definitely bringing it, man. These youngers is vicious, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing too, bro.
Yeah. Just being out and looking at them, I'm like, God dang, okay, we still stacked.
Stack
Okay.
all the youngers, man.
I mean, you look at the young guys that we got coming up, man. You know what I mean? Andrew Cancel doing a wonderful job over there.
Hell of a job.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You look at Sean Johnson, man, one of my guys, man, doing a hell of a job, man.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
indeed.
You got a lot of good young guys that's doing a lot of good jobs for a lot of these good young amateurs, man. And that's what we need. We need more of that. You know what I'm saying? We need more of that. And the main thing is once we get more of that, we can get a lot more kids off the street.
Yeah.
If we can get more kids off the street, we can, you know what I mean? That's the best thing we do. But hey, but let me tell y'all something. Man, get up on that Team Combat League, man. The championship, man.
I was just about to ask you about that. I was going. Hey, man. So what's going on with it? Like we talking about the DC fighters, you know, what's going on with the Team Combat League?
Look, the Team
DC
Combat
Destroyers.
League, man. The DC Destroyers, man. The Team Combat League looking good. I started off running the Team Combat League. They came back in and brought Barry in. Barry got a lot of kids that's involved, but I'm doing the advising of the Team Combat League. Barry doing the coaching. So I'm working with the presidents now. So I just stepped it up.
Okay.
They cut me. They cut me with the training. I say that's fine, but I stepped it up. So I'm with that.
Okay.
You know? So I'm the advisor now. But anyway, man, we get ready to shoot another one coming up next month. Everybody got their teams. Everybody done, man. Everybody ready. I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? Because it's always something new. When it's something new, it goes back to the contenders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you got something new, everybody was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it this year. I'm not gonna do it this year. But when they see it blow up, I want to get with it. So so next year probably be a better year. But this year, we taking off, man. I'm the advisor, man. I'm not the coach no more, man.
Okay.
I just stepped it up, man.
Yeah. You're your adversary, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
So the team is complete and done. They not doing no more auditions for the team.
No more trials. Team's complete.
Okay.
Cool.
They announced the teams. Last month we was in Atlanta. Barry and all the coaches who run their teams was there.
Okay.
And man, it's ready to go, man. It's ready to go. What you gonna did it in India, and he made over $700 million. The one that Lamont Peterson fought, what's his name?
Amir Khan.
Amir
Khan.
Okay.
So he did it over there, made $700 million. So we bringing it over here now and see what we can do.
Okay.
You know, me, Dewey Cooper, we got Paulie Malignaggi, we got Yaya, all us, man. We just making this thing about the work.
Okay.
Yes,
indeed, man.
All right. Now, getting back to your career. Getting back to your career. You spoke about how you mentor, and talk to the kids around the area or whatever. There was a time in your career where you had to do 18 months. What do you take from that time during your career, and what do you take from it, and what do you use from that time that you instill into the youth of today?
Well, let me say something, man. That was the best time of my life. A lot of people say, going to jail or doing different things is the worst. But that was the best time of my life. It gave me the opportunity to refocus. Mm-hmm. It gave me the opportunity to train again and focus on me. Because when I went in, I was the champion of the world. You know, I was the IBF 115-pound champion of the world. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard, you know. You in there looking at ESPN the second Friday that you in there, and they showing you on the thing say Mark Tushab Johnson, all with the gloves on with the cuffs, and everybody turning around looking at you like, is that you? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, one thing about that DC car, man. One thing about that DC car, bro. When you from DC, bro, it don't make no difference, bro. They gonna take care of you.
That's
You know what I'm
real
saying?
talk.
So I had a lot of guys from DC, man. Look, Mark, this is all we need you to do, man. Just work out. It go sweat clothes. It goes, man. You don't need nothing. So I had a lot of guys, man. Me and Marvin worked out. Me and Marvin Thomas, Rashi, we worked out a lot every day.
Oh, for real?
You know?
You Marvin was in there together?
Yeah, me and Marvin worked out every day, man. Every day.
What's up,
You know what
man?
I'm saying? So when I came home, you know what I'm saying, I said, Mom, I'm winning the title again, bro. So when they seen me on TV, they was like, damn, bro, you did it.
Yeah.
But it was a time in my life that when you become world champion and you 2-time world champion and you know you breaking records and stuff like that, sometimes you get a little too big for your own self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the man upstairs will slow you down. You know what I'm saying? The man upstairs, he said, you know, I look at it like this. The man upstairs said, guess what? I ain't gonna break you, but all I want you to do is how to use me again.
Yeah.
So it gave me the opportunity, man, to get back in the book, the Bible, get back in the book to understand what I want to do. And I just was like, man, look, let me get out this junk. And if you let me out of here, man, I'm walking a straight line, bro. You ain't gotta worry about me no more. So you know what I'm saying? So when I came back home, I said, man, that's what I'm gonna devour to, walking this straight line. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm gonna tell you, man, that's a scary place, man.
Yeah.
It's a scary place, man. You know, I tell people all the time, man, this ain't what you want, man. I tell them young kids every day, bro, you keep running around doing all this and doing all that. This ain't what you want, man. I see a lot of kids, a lot of people coming in. You got 10, you got 15 years, you running up to get 30 years, you get life. I seen kids coming there with 18 months and you don't even make it home, you dead.
Yeah,
This ain't no place. This, man, USPs and them the Bureau of Prisons, man, it's nowhere to play at, man. It's nowhere to play. You know what I'm saying? It's real, man. And it gave me the opportunity to focus again, but it gave me the opportunity also to understand where I was at.
Yeah.
And man, you know, you got to keep your head on a swivel all the time.
How was they treating you in there? I mean, like they knew you was I know they knew you was a champ. They was making sure you wasn't getting in no mess, I'm sure.
Well, I like I say, I had a Marvin, my man Kevin Fullerton.
Okay.
Kevin Fullerton used to fight. He lost to Prince Charles Williams for the USBA title. Kevin Fullerton.
Okay.
So it's me, Marvin, Kevin, man. You know, we had a good car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our car, we worked out. You know, me and Kevin went to church. Marvin went to his meetings with the Muslim, and we just had fun, man. But at the end of the day, we did have some real men in it. You know what I mean? We had some real men in there that was like, hold up, bro. You know what I mean? That's a good man. We ain't going like that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, that's my man, Shawty. Look, Shawty will run this track every day.
Right.
And, man, we ain't going like that. But you know what I'm saying? I had some good dudes that was like, look, bro, you good. Don't worry about nothing. So that was that.
You and Marvin was in there together, though, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they gave, man, Mom used to come, I'm saying what Mom used to do, right? The first 3 days I got there, he used to come over to my dome and bang on my window and shit. Man, come on, man, get up. I said, bro, man, I don't even know you, bro. Like, I don't even know you. Like, bro, who is you, bro? I don't even know you. He was like, man, I got all the work I'll get for you.
Yeah.
Your brother just left, and I got all this stuff. I said, bro, I don't even know you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
And then he's like, man. So my brother, I called home. I said, man, who is this dude, man? He said, oh, that's Marvin. I said, oh. So I always knew his name, but I didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
so I said, okay, cool. So when he comes to the next morning, 6 a.m, I said, what's up, Mom? Here I come. So, man, listen, Marvin to tell you. So when I went in there, right? So when I came in there, I always knew I was going in. So I was busted brown shook. I'm weighing about 160, man, big belly, big stomach, and everything, right? So me and Mama started working out. I couldn't do 3 pull-ups.
Right.
Cause I ain't ever did pull-ups in my life. I'm exercising, knocking your ass out, and I'm gone on my business.
Right.
So Marvin, Marvin, he got his team. It's about 5 of them. Marvin, they doing exercise, push-ups and shit. So the first 3 days, man, I can't do none of that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just coming here, man. I ain't doing nothing.
Right.
So now Marvin holding my legs while I'm doing pull-ups, right? So after 2 weeks, I said, bro, you in trouble. I said, you in trouble. So after about a month and a half, Mom, I pulled my shirt up. Mom said, hold up, bro. Damn. How you get that? So now, keep in mind, now I'm doing 10 sets of 10s, pull-ups, dips, and push-ups.
Right,
I'm on it.
Right.
I'm on it because I'm walking around with my gloves on. I'm challenging people like, who trying to see me? Who trying to see me?
Right,
Like that, right? So now I got all Raven Code defenders up there. I got Cheese. I got Johnny Mansfield.
Okay.
Eddie Mathis up there.
Okay.
My man Wasaki before he got killed was up there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So all this up there, my man Jake. So all this up there. So everybody, they know, man, I'm getting in shape. So Marvin say, he say, bro, he say, how'd you get cut up like that? I say, bro, you a vegetarian, right? He said, yeah. I said, I eat chicken and fish. I said, you gotta have something to burn off.
Yeah.
So the week after that, right? So you know now, you know what I'm saying? I'm pulling up my shirt, looking in the mirror. Niggas like, damn, Shaw, how you do that, man? 2 weeks. I say, man, the champ is here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you one thing about Marvin, man. Marvin came and got me every day. Every day. Marvin met me every day on the rec yard or in the, or out there on a 10-minute move every day, bro, for a whole year.
Okay.
Nice.
Marvin ain't let me shut down. Mom got my ass in shape. When I came home, I beat the ass. Mom got me in shape.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Marvin, man.
I'm telling you, bro. Mom kept me ready, bro.
Because Marvin shout out to Marvin. Go check out his show too. He got the Real Talk with Marvin show. That's what it is,
man.
Real Talk. Yeah.
Yeah, Mom kept me together, man.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed.
Hey, but listen, man. I mean, you know, I like that. I like to switch the strip sometime, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to ask you one question, man.
Okay.
Like, how does it feel to a person like you? You know what I'm saying? That you was able to see me, man, and I was able to see you grow.
Yeah.
You know, how does that make you feel, bro?
Listen, man. It feels great, man, because I always looked up to you, man, coming up, because a lot of people don't know. You probably don't even remember. We started with Ham first, me and my brother.
I didn't know.
See, but this was during the time that y'all was leaving Elliott.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Once y'all left Elliott, we went to Hillcrest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because Pops was more focusing on your pro career. He was going away from the amateurs. See, our journey started with Ham first. It was actually my brother and my cousin that went to Ham.
So you was there with my nephew, my Chevy and all them.
Yeah, they was up in there. They was older than they're a little bit older than us for a few years.
So Adam was in there with you then?
Adam was in and out then. Adam was out then. And then Adam ended up going with Adrian them, and then me and Adam connected after that. You know what I'm saying? And but we came up, that's where it started. You know, then we went on over to Hillcrest, and Pops was focused on you. You know what I'm saying, with the pro career doing this. Right. But the history comes from Ham first. That's where the Hammond brothers come from, Ham first. Then we went to Hillcrest. So, you know.
Well, you know, wait. Let me say one thing to you, man. You know, I look at a lot of your interviews, and you know, I follow you a lot. You know what I mean? You know, we always texting. I'm sending you messages.
Every night, man.
You sending me messages. You always gonna send somebody something. But you know, I just want to say one thing. At the end of the day, we gotta understand one thing, man. As a boxing organization, right? Is that, you know, we gotta push. You know, for this pension for boxing.
Yeah, man, that's my.
You know what I'm saying,
bro. Yeah.
We gotta push for this pension. Like, you know, you got kids, you got fighters, man, that's leaving the game that don't have nothing, don't have no medical, don't have nothing, man. You know what I mean? So once again, I'm going back to, it's like football and basketball. You
Right.
got guys that might have fought for a world title that's leaving out the game with nothing, man. You can't give them no pension.
Exactly, man. And it's sad, man. And you know,
So that's something that we got to go to the Congress and
yeah,
the Capitol and say, listen, man, these kids need, these guys need pension. You got to
exactly.
look at you got to look at one thing, man. You worked hard for your whole lifetime to
Right.
become a world champion. So you look at Mildred Taylor when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez, right? You stop my fight in 10 seconds.
Right.
And if you would let me go to bell with the ring, I'd have won the fight.
Right.
But now I done lost my mind because I lost this fight.
Yeah.
Because I put everything in this fight. Now I lost it and you took it from me.
Yeah.
Now I lost my fight.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is you got kids that's young right now that's putting their life on the line every day.
Yeah.
And guess what's happening? You robbing these kids as a judge,
Yeah.
and as a referee. You should be able to be just like everybody else, bro. If you do the wrong decision,
Yeah.
you should be charged. You should be
Yeah.
charged.
Yeah.
You should be charged. Because guess what? Man, listen, both of you guys right there, y'all have spent 8 weeks in camp. You left your family.
Yeah.
This your biggest payday. This your biggest fight. You get there and you get robbed. Like
Yeah.
Timothy Bradley, when he lost, got the shit beat out of by Manny Pacquiao, and they gave it to him.
That's facts.
I'm surprised Manny Pacquiao ain't go crazy over that.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And we seeing this stuff like this on public TV, and guess what? They not being charged or called out.
Called out for it at all.
And that's the reason why. That's the reason why Freddie Roach not back on TV. Not Freddie Roach. Mike Tyson, man, with the cut.
Teddy Atlas.
That's why Teddy Atlas not on it no more. Because when he see a bad decision, he calling it out.
He called it out.
every
He
time.
don't play.
Anybody that can call it out, they don't want you on it.
That's real.
Yeah.
But yeah, we big on the pensions and
Yeah.
man, you know, when I saw Daryl Coley go see Maurice Blocker, that joint hurt me to my soul to see somebody we looked up to coming up. And nobody's there to, NFL wouldn't let nothing like that happen to one of theirs. In NBA, they did let somebody that happened to one of theirs in NBA, but guess what? They snatched them up.
Mm-hmm.
The owners of the team took them in and tried to get them some help. Who there to help Maurice Blocker?
Let me say one thing to you, bro. Let me say this to you. A lot of people, when they come to the boxing, right? I'm telling you, I'm an advocate of the Cleveland Clinic in Las Vegas. I go there every year. They pay my way out there. They pay for a hotel room,
Okay.
and they check me out every year.
Okay.
They wanted me to become an ambassador for them. Okay. So this is the opportunity now that I can go back to them and say, look at this video. But I go get checked up every month at every August at the Cleveland Clinic.
That's right. I
see Irk Dickerson in it, Earl Campbell in it. I mean, I see all these football players in there, and I'm looking at them like, man. And they trying to hurry up, move you so you won't see nobody.
Right, right.
But I do it every year. Now, the whole thing is that, once we get the opportunity to get everybody moving, and they give me that ambassador situation again, I can go get Maurice Block, all these guys to go out there and do that. Where you can get your money,
Right.
but you can get stuff that you need.
Right.
But right now, boxing, man, it's the worst of the beware.
Yeah.
And see, one thing about boxing is this, and I try to tell people this all the time. If you ain't save your money, guess what? One thing about managers and promoters, guess what? If you lose, you can't make me no more money. I don't need you no more.
That's how they do you. That's how they
Next.
feel about you.
And guess what? Next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lose the fight and see if that limousine waiting for you after the fight.
Next. But I think I think that like what we was talking about earlier was that we need somebody to educate these fighters.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you look at these fighters. First of all, I was my own manager. So I know how the game's played. I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So even with LA Form and Showtime and all these guys, when I was doing these contracts, I said, listen, don't make these words over 4 letters.
That's right.
Anything over 4 letters, I swear to God, I don't know what it is.
That's right.
So if I see a word over 4 letters in my contract, I don't know what that shit is. But if you give me 4 letters and then I can read my contract, okay,
Right.
cool. I'm gonna fight you. You know what I'm
And
saying?
they get trick bag with them long words too.
Yeah, we can't do that, bro.
That's right.
We ain't doing that.
That's
I know
right.
not, stop, do, don't. But I just think that you know, in DC, man, we got a great crop of fighters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that at the end of the day, man, we got to make sure that we save them. We got to make sure that we got somebody around them that can make sure they all right. Right now, this is what I tell people all the time. And I tell the kids, I say, listen, I say, do you know what the less is, how much money you can get out your contract? They like, huh? It's a minimum? I said, yeah. I said, the less you can get, the less you can get out your contract is 66 1/3. That's the last.
Yeah.
Huh? For real?
Yeah, they don't know that.
I'm giving up 60%. No. The going rate is 66 1/3. Anything over that is over with.
Yeah.
So, you know, one thing about me, I'm an educate and I'm a man of the game. Half of the fighters don't even know what the Muhammad Ali Act is.
They don't know what the Muhammad Ali Act is. That's right. I was about to go there. They don't know. They don't know.
So when the Muhammad Ali Act came out, you know, I'm like, hold up, let me see the paperwork.
Yeah.
That's gonna tell you how much the casino got paid, how much the promoter got paid, how much you got paid, and they don't understand. It's the Muhammad Ali Act. It tells you everything.
And it's supposed to. And a lot of these managers and advisors don't share that information to the young.
Yeah.
Why would I? If I'm stealing from them?
That's real talk.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, look, if I got you believing everything that I'm saying, why would I tell you about it?
What I'm gonna show you.
No, trust me.
Exactly.
Right.
Transparency. You want transparency.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'm getting 10%.
I'm you know, like I say, you know, I love the game, man. I'm looking up for a lot of fights that I really want to see. You know, I want to see that Tank Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
I also want to see the Tank Gary Russell. I also want to see the Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, I would definitely want to see Enos fight anybody.
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 You know what I'm saying?
What you think about Boots?
You know what, man? I had a little kid that beat Boots in the amateurs, man. A little Tay from over Woodland. But you know, but it was one of them. I don't think Boots was in shape or nothing like that. But anyway, I like him.
Yeah.
I like his confidence. I like how he carry himself. And I just think that the last fight that he had the right opponent for him. And he needed it. He needed to go 10 rounds, 12 rounds. He needed to see how it was gonna be when somebody running, somebody don't want to fight. All he wanted to do was last.
That's right.
So it gave him the opportunity to see what it feel like to chase somebody for 10 rounds. So I'm better on just him going 10 rounds than anything else because I want him to get the rounds in.
Yeah.
Need some rounds,
I said the same thing, Mark. I was like, man, see, a lot of these, you speaking from going through this. You understand. Sometimes fighters need those rounds to prepare for something coming down the pipe. You know what I'm saying? You don't know of an opponent. Remember, sometimes fighters will curry people. I remember back in the day, you curry people sometimes just to get work.
But see, you gotta understand this. And this is what I tell people all the time. You know, don't call me when you're fighting 5-0 or 7-0.
Right.
I know he ain't for nobody.
Exactly.
You know, my biggest thing is when it comes to a lot of young kids or young cats, I want you to understand every day that you still got focus. You knock the man out on Saturday, Tuesday you should be back in the gym.
That's right.
Because guess what? You just fought another amateur guy.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you get some kids that get outworked in a 4-round fight because they got a pro style, but you just came from an amateur. But you fighting a 4-round fight, but you got a pro style, like you fighting a 12-round fight, and you just lost because the dude
Exactly.
outworking you.
That's real talk. I just saw that last week.
That's what I'm talking about. So we're on the same page. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? This what I really think. This what I really think, and this what I do. I think that we got a lot of coaches that need to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Everybody is like, I'm the head coach. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. It's like my dad, right? The baddest motherfucker trainer in the world. But I'm not gonna have you coming over to the gym 5 days a week saying you the head trainer.
Right.
Because a lot of things have changed in boxing.
Right.
So 2-3 days a week, now I can get you on the old school. Hey, work with him today. Now I can work with you. Now work with me tomorrow. Now you got 2 different styles and 2 different forms of how you want to box.
Right.
That's a totally different thing. But I'm not gonna throw you out there and say, guess what? Go train him. Nah.
Yeah.
My father, 80-something years old.
Right.
And you got a lot of fighters. I mean, you got a lot of trainers out here that's gone beyond their means and knowing that they can't help these kids. But because I'm gonna be the head trainer, I'm gonna get the most money, I do it. But I don't give a fuck about your career though, bro.
Exactly.
I give a fuck about my money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all, man, got stand down, man. It's a new time, man.
Yeah, real talk.
Stand down.
A lot of them not trying to either, brother. Like you said, it's about that money, man. They not trying to give up that percentage, man.
Yeah, that money crazy.
It's hurting the sport. It's hurting the sport.
It's hurting fighters.
Say it again.
It's hurting fighters.
Listen. You look at Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler. Oh, let me pull Hagler out this way. Look at Tommy Hearns, Ray Leonard, maybe somebody else in it. All of them was promoted by Top Rank. They wasn't even gonna let Marvin Hagler in the round Robin Hood game. Marvin Hagler told Ray Leonard, man, I'm gonna give you everything that you want to make this fight happen. He gave Ray the biggest ring that they ever made in history of boxing, a 22 by 22.
Yep.
He told Ray then, man, we're gonna move the fight. He told Ray told him we're gonna move the fight from 15 rounds to 12 rounds. Marvin Hagler said, okay, cool. He said we're gonna move the gloves up from 8 ounce to 10 ounce. Marvin Hagler said, cool, because I won this fight. You don't have nobody making fights like that no more.
You don't.
It's always something. I don't care. One thing gonna mess up the whole fight. The whole fight.
This man, I'm gonna give you everything you want. I just want to beat you, bro.
I want to fight you.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't have that no more.
Yeah.
That's a fact. All right, last one I got for you.
I know, hey, man, you digging deep in the archives too. I see you, man.
Man, I just got one more. I'm gonna skip her. I'm gonna go right here, man.
I see him digging deep in the archives too, man.
Go forward, go all the way over. All the way to the end. Being inducted in the 3 Hall of Fames.
Oh my God, man.
What does that feel like, and how does it feel to be honored by your peers and the people in that line?
You know the crazy part? I'm gonna say one thing to you. Let me start out with this. It feels great. But the crazy part is my own city don't even honor me. My own city, DC don't even honor me.
Yeah.
It's so crazy and so sad that, this is the nation's capital, and you got a man right here that's walking around, but you don't want to give him his flowers now. You want to wait till I'm dead to give me my flowers, bro. I work for DC Department of Recreation, DC government. They have yet to come out and say anything or put me on the news or curb Mary Bowser. That's the worst thing. But when I go out of town to New York, LA, Vegas, hey, it was up 2 shots. It's crazy. But when it comes to man, going into those things, man, it lets you know, man, that you're really honored, man. You know what I mean? Because in the Hall of Fame, like I said, this first time I met Marvin Hagler. And I said, how you doing, Marvin? I said, man, you're one of my greatest fighters. And he said, huh? He called his wife over there. So he said, who is this? She said, oh my God, that's your favorite fighter, Two Shot. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
Like, hold on, hold on. This, oh my God. So, but just to be around guys like Buddy McGirt, Iran Barkley, Ray Leonard, Junior Jones, Timothy Brad. I mean, just being around all the who's of boxing, man. And we have so many funny stories about how you got hit in the gym, what happened in the ring. I mean, and we just had so much good time, man. But I just feel like this is a city that at some point, they're not gonna give you your flowers while you here. They can give them to you while you dead. And what was really upsetting to me was this: that when I seen LeBron break the record, I was happy. I don't know. Listen, I don't know nothing about basketball. That's kind of crazy. I'm a man, but I don't know nothing about basketball. But you talking about football and everything else, I can tell you all that. But I know I was just excited to say, I'm gonna come home and watch this game. LeBron gonna break the record.
Yeah.
Just to hear people saying, "Oh man, he ain't all that. He ain't do much." I say, "What?" And I'm like, and I'm looking like, "Hold up, bro."
Oh, city of haters, man.
But it's our own. But it's us. It's our own people.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, hold up, bro. Like this man, this broke the record, and y'all saying he ain't that good. Like it's like me. You know what I'm saying? When the IBF and the super flyweight and junior bandweight were title, the first African American, yeah, he wasn't that good. He was in weight class where all Mexicans was at. Man, look, I would love being in a weight class where all African Americans was at.
Exactly. Get hit with the punches was. You know what I'm saying? Change their mind about that instantly.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Man, that's crazy, bro.
You got some shit?
Yeah, man, bro, man. Listen, man. I remember my first professional fight going to, right, watching it. I was still a young amateur, about 13 years old. You fought at the DC Armory. It may have been one of the Madness shows. But listen, man, you was like the co-main event of this show, man. You came to the ring with Prince song. Listen, man, he had this sheet and he was going around the ring and was opening up the sheet to each part of the ring. I said, God, hey, Slim, I went into the gym that week and did an extra 5 rounds, man. Watching that show. I'm trying to tell you, my father was training Daryl Lattimore with Tom at the time, right?
Yeah, that was nice.
Yes, indeed. So when I watched you, man, you came out there, you had the one-way trunks.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Slim. Hey, Joe.
Hey, listen, man, let me say something. I fought a guy named, oh my God, I fought this African kid, man. When I tell you, every punch that man hit me with hurt, man. His name was Alpha. His name was, what's his name? But every punch he hit me with, I was like, man, why did LA send him down here, bro? This is the wrong. I was like, this ain't the right opponent, bro.
Yeah, man.
I was like, this is not the right opponent, man.
Hey, Joe, and the punches you was throwing, I was like, man. I said, I ain't never seen nobody like that ever in my life throw punches like that. Then you know how you used to do it. If you got real pretty in there, you would take your hand and hit him with the backhand.
You got to do that,
Joker.
Hey, listen, you got to do it. You got backhand. Just let them know. You know what I'm saying? You run the house, man. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna say one thing. When it came to the boxing, when it came to that aspect, man, of the boxing part, right? My thing was that, people always ask me, how you felt. I was scared to lose.
Yeah.
I was scared to lose because, how can you come back to DC after you lose, bro? You on top, you on top like, oh, watch Two Shop, this is my man, he gonna do his thing. And then you on TV and you lose, man. You cannot do that and come back to DC, bro. They gonna ride you.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? So I worked so hard, so I ain't had them to ride me, bro.
Yeah.
So the biggest disappointment, the biggest disappointment was that, the biggest disappointment was winning that title and becoming the first African American and thinking that oh, guess what? I'm looking at the NFL. I'm looking at the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, these motherfuckers got parades. I'm like, shit. When I
Right.
get home, I'm gonna give me a parade.
Right. Didn't happen.
So I said, fuck, I'm gonna do my own parade. So I went over Easton, where I went to school at. Come on, y'all, we're gonna do our own parade. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking like, damn, like what the fuck happened to, like, when everybody's they going to the White House and all that. Like, nigga, I ain't going nowhere, nigga. You going back in the gym tomorrow, nigga.
That's crazy, man. Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, Sean Bay was on here about a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about he didn't make the DC Hall of Fame. Did you make that one too?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I made it twice. I made it as the amateur and as a pro. You know what I mean? You know, I look at it like this. You know what I mean? When it comes to a lot of stuff like that, man, you know what I mean? You bigger than what you really are.
Yeah.
And at some point in some time that he should be a shoo-in. You know what I'm saying? This a guy that, what, 3-time world champion, and you ain't never, and you're not even in the Hall of Fame in your own city.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy,
like,
bro.
Like, who can you pit in there in front of him that's not a 3-time world champion? Like, who can you do that?
It's only what, 7, about 6 in total. How many world champions been in DC history? Oh, 7 or 8, right?
Me, Keith Holmes, Simon Brown, Maurice Blocker, William Jobby, Israel Goga, Chop Corley,
yep,
and Earl Egan.
That's what, 9 people in history, and then you add the 2 youngins now, Gary.
Yep,
Gary and Jared Hurd.
Yeah. So that's like
11 people. So come on now, they should be in the forefront of everybody. There's 1,000 of us that put on a pair of boxing gloves in the conference with them 10 people conference.
Yeah.
They get credit over everybody every time.
But you know, man, but see, you gotta understand, man, you know, the worst thing is, man, your own people, man, your own kind, man. The worst thing is your own city, your own state. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst of all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you. You know, I watch you when you start this thing off, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no podcast, none of that. I watch you when you start this thing off. I watch you when you came from the ground up.
Real talk, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Then you probably pull your man in. Both of y'all was on the ground level. You know what I mean? So, but I always write it like, man, every time I see me at the fight, let's do something. Let's take a picture. Man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's always gonna grow. But the main thing is this: you gotta understand one thing. Your people, our people, is not gonna support.
Yeah, I'm here.
And it's so crazy and it's disrespectful that it's hurtful, bro.
Yeah.
Because you know, you put your life on the line.
Yeah.
For you, your family, and your city. Yeah. When I go to LA, I'm not fighting for me. I'm fighting for me, my family, and my city. Right. So when I come back, I got people all over the world on the West Coast, East Coast saying, man, who is this little dude from DC, man?
Yeah.
And guess what? The DC dude, man, yeah, all right, man. Yeah, I seen Shorty. Yeah, all right.
Terrible,
you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I've been there. I remember me and my brother would come home, win the nationals, and dudes in the neighborhood don't pay us no attention. They, you know, we get a, and what's up, y'all did this, man? Nah, we going, and I was me, my brother, my father. That was it.
So that's how things go, man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? With me, it ain't no backup plan because I am the backup plan.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to me and my family, you know, ain't no backup. I am the backup.
That's right.
You know, so all that other stuff they got going on, what they talking about, bro, that's what I do, man. I go to work every day, man. 21 years in the government.
Oh, that's good, brother. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Been there 21 years. So guess what?
Good deal, brother.
So guess what? At the end of the day, bro, I ain't no dude that just box. I'm smart.
Right.
I knew that at the end of the day.
That's right.
I need to still have an income coming in.
That's right.
I still need to have insurance for my kids and my family.
That's right.
So guess what, man? I'm good. I'm loving life.
Yeah.
I'm loving life, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, my family love me. Everybody love me. I love to talk trash. We have fun. We join all the time. I will get you today, but I ain't gonna get you today. I'll get you tomorrow when we ain't online. I get you next. Hey, man, you still got that lawnmower though, man?
Man, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm feeling business, man.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look.
20
Hey, look.
something years, man.
Hey, look, man. I called them on my house to cut my grass, man. The grass was my size, man.
Hey, man, Grass Highs don't know what, man.
Hey, man, that man went out 7 gallons of gas, man, on the front yard. He ain't get to the backyard yet, man. I ain't even know what to pay him, man. I just looked at him and said, man, how much you want, bro? I'm gonna have to buy you a new. I said, man, I'm gonna buy you a new lawnmower, man.
Hey, man, them good old days, man.
That man pulled up with that pickup truck, man. Pulled that John out there. He was about to do something real big. That John kept cutting off.
Oh, that thing saw that grass. Hey, like, oh no.
When last time you cut this grass? 20 years ago.
Hey, look, you had to keep doing the lawnmower like this.
Hey, my wild dude, man.
Yeah, man. But I mean, I'm gonna say it like this, man. Like I said, man. Once again, man, we got the real fighters in DC, man. I don't think nobody can beat us. I would like to see Lil Gary get another title shot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like to see guys like I like to see guys like Max and them, do their thing. Scooter just turned pro. I love them little guys, man. You know what I'm saying? I watched them little guys when they was like kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing is that they really look up to people like me. You know what I'm saying? And I got to be a little more aware of what's going on. I got to be a little more around them. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, when you're dealing with a lot of kids, you got a lot of coaches that when they see certain people come around, they get intimidated.
Yeah.
So I'm one of them guys that whenever I go in the gym, I gotta go to the coach like, man, everything good, man. I'm not trying to steal your fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I just came to see what's going on.
Like that around here, man. Around town, I'm hip, man.
Man, all up, man.
Yeah, I'm hip, man. All you trying to do is make the area better, man. They think you trying to steal a fight or something.
Hey, look, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man. Look, the champ is here on your podcast. So let me let these people know, man, once again, who tuned in late, man. Hey, y'all probably do know, man. This 3-time world champion, Mark II Shop Johnson. All right. First African American in history win a flyweight, super flyweight, junior bantamweight title of the world. All right. The first fight in history, the youngest to go in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. So, man, we here just kicking it, just having fun, man. If y'all got some questions, send them on in, man. We here. Send them in. Hey, look, send the questions in. Send a text in, whatever y'all want to know, man. The champ is here, man. This is what we doing tonight, man. We just having fun tonight. It's Thursday night. Enjoy yourself. Now, I got about 10 more minutes because I am the champ, but I still got to take this trash out.
Yeah, me too, brother. Me too. It's Thursday, man. They go out before Friday. Real talk, man. Oh, man. It was what? How many of y'all was it champions again at the same time? Was it?
It was me, Keith Holmes, William Jobby, Sean B. Mitchell, Chop, and Israel.
And that was the most in history, right?
Yeah, and he said, yeah.
How was that feeling, man? When how was those bragging rights going around towns, man?
Man, listen, man, it was so good because we went all the time. I say, man, we run this city, we run everything we doing. So, the good thing was that if Keith fought, he might stop somebody in the second round. He'll call me, yeah. I stopped him in the second round. I was like, hold up, man. I know I can't beat you with the first round, but you know what I'm saying. So then I called Chop. Hey, Chop, I stopped my man in the 6th. What you gonna do? So we had a camaraderie.
That's good.
So you know what I'm saying. We had a good camaraderie with each other. I was like, man, if you do it in 4, I'm gonna do it in 2. If you do it in 6, I'm gonna do it in 4. So we challenged each other. That's how we kept our belts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we challenged each other. So what happened was, when Chop won the title, man was sparring. Keith won the title first, I think. Okay. But man, Chop was sparring in the gym. He said, man, they just called me to fight for the WBO championship. I only been in the gym 3 weeks. I said, Chop, go take that shot.
Damn right.
And he won. Mm. You know what I'm saying? He ended up winning. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh man, we deep right here, man. You know what I'm saying? We deep. But guess what? Once again, the city didn't know how to take us because all of them was with Don King. I was with the LA Forum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the city still didn't know how to deal with us. Like, the mayors, the congressmen, they still really didn't know what to deal with us, how to deal with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think at this point, all of us should have a statue somewhere in DC.
Real talk.
Not only a statue, some of us should have our street named after us.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we done. Y'all like, I got Ray Lynn and all them their streets. You know what I'm saying? You got Gary Russell, their little brother streets and Capitol Heights.
Yeah.
But I know DC is a little harder. But I mean, I'm saying, man, you talking about people that, man, born and raised here that said, guess what? I'm from Washington, DC.
Exactly.
When you looked at the fights when Michael Buffer, Jimmy Lennon from Washington, DC, that should change the atmosphere of everything that you do.
Real talk. Because it should be Southwest. You should have a street definitely right there, man, for sure, man.
Well, I'm gonna wait for a little bit because they knocking down so much, right? I don't want to just get my name up there and knock the street.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
On their part, man.
They doing a lot of building up, so I'm gonna wait for them until they get the new job.
That damn street will have about 8 Starbucks on it. Though, what the hell all these Starbucks doing on your street, man?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wait for that one, man.
Yeah, I feel you, brother. I feel you, man. Listen, man, it was an honor and a pleasure to have you on here, man. I talked to Adam today. I'm setting up something now, man, where we're gonna do a panel. So we're gonna do a panel of just talk some boxing, man, who the greatest, whatever. I definitely need you to be on here, brother. So
man,
we can bring all the elite champs on this joint, man. And we sit down and talk.
Hey, look, man, I'm a phone call away. You know what I'm saying? That's my little brother right there, man. You know what I mean? So, of course, man, I've always been behind him. I'm still behind him right now. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's here, man. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, man, let's make it happen. Like I told you, man, you got my number, man. I'm on the phone call away, man. You know how we do. We text and tweet, man. It's all good, man. I'm here with you, man. Yes, and I just want to say, I just want to say one thing to both of you guys, man. Just keep up the great work, man. Keep doing what you're doing. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing will happen is this: the opportunities is gonna come. So with the opportunities coming is that, I'll be able to make them opportunities happen for a lot of the fighters that you probably can get in contact with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like guys like, Michael Carba, I talk to him every day.
Okay.
Arthur Johnson. Okay. Antonio Tarver, yes, James Tony. So like these dudes I talk to every day. So these are the type of things that I'm gonna make sure that's gonna get on your show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. The champ is here, man. Hey, thank you for having me on here, man. Hey, look at y'all. The champ is here.
Champ always here, man. Appreciate you,
champ
man.
Is here.
Listen, man. Just like how when you introduce someone or like if the president, his highest ranking is the president of the United States, and he was a general, you never call him a general again, right? You call him the president. Now, International Hall of Fame inductee. It's like the president.
You know, it's only one in DC, right?
It's only one that's born and bred in Washington, DC. So
that's right, baby.
When I introduce or when we close it out, I'm going to close it out like this. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2012 International Boxing Hall of Fame inductee, Mark Two Chop Johnson. The second win boxing media. Peace.
Peace.
Out.